What is going on, guys? My name is Will, but you can call me Tate, and we are back at Cedar Point. I want to first thank you guys for all the support on the last vlog where I came and we were not able to ride Top Thrill 2 because it was having a lot of technical difficulties, as you saw that video. Today the goal is very simple. I'm going to come in and try to do the same thing, ride Top Thrill 2. I want to appreciate you guys for the support on that video. A lot of you were commenting about your experiences at Cedar Point this year, and yeah, it looks very similar to what that vlog said. But yeah, let's get in the park. Let's have a good day, and it's crowded today. So once again, I'm here towards the end of the day, and I'm very lucky that I have the opportunity to do that, because every day I was checking on Top Thrill 2, and I actually want to say shout out to Cedar Point for keeping that camera on Top Thrill 2. They could have said, you know what, it's been closed, we're going to turn it towards Siren's Curse, but I've been able to watch Top Thrill 2, and the sad part is only about half of the days between that last vlog and today was this ride open. So I'm lucky that I can check before I come, but if you guys book a trip out here, it's very unlucky if Top Thrill 2 is not open for you, because you guys really don't have that luxury to be able to check, and especially if you don't have a season pass, you've paid to ride it and it might not open. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna document, and we're gonna see how it's running. So I was actually gonna come yesterday, but the ride did not open till like a few hours till close, and it opened with one train, which was insane, but that's not too crazy. Some of you might remember I had to wait for Steel Vengeance when it was on one train. If you guys remember when the ride first came out, it was only on one train, but they slowly added the other two back on. So let's see how many trains it's running. Let's see what the line looks like, and let's see if it's running. And we are in. It's actually been a very hot day, so I think a lot of people are gonna be exhausted and heading out, but let's head straight to Top Thrill 2. So a lot of you commented that it's not just Top Thrill 2 that you guys have had trouble riding. It's been a lot of the coasters here at Cedar Point this year that have just been down. And what's crazy is some of our B&Ms like Raptor and Gatekeeper and then Rougarou and Valraven, I have been using the Ride Queue Times app, which is actually insanely accurate. And while I've been looking at the queue for Top Thrill 2 and seeing if it's open, a lot of these B&Ms have spent a decent amount of time down, more time down than I've ever seen coming to this park. So I mean, it's kind of crazy. Obviously they are, I guess it's confirmed now that they're short-staffed, and I'm wondering if there's some sort of relationship between the time they spend getting Top Thrill 2 open to the time they spend going to other rides. So maybe some of those days where Top Thrill 2 doesn't move at all, they're like, look, we know how to fix these other rides, we'll get back to Top Thrill 2 the next day. We're gonna send the maintenance crew to go work on the rides that we do know how to fix. So I was very lucky. I first rode Top Thrill Dragster in 4th grade. It's been 2 years since I graduated college now, by the way, but I never came here and wasn't able to ride it. And the thing that made me able to do that is if I saw the ride running, I went there, or I waited outside while it was testing. And it looks like, unfortunately, you've got to do the same thing with Top Thrill 2 if you want to guarantee yourself a ride, if it's even moving that day you're here. It is in action. It's actually had what I might argue is the best day of the season Top Thrill 2 has from watching it from the start of the season till now. It's only gone down a handful of times, and yeah, I think it's running all 3 trains, but of course we'll go check and we'll document that. But it's actually been pretty reliable today, so let's see what the queue looks like. Well, that was weird. It showed the first 2 lights on the Christmas tree lit up yellow or orange, whatever, and then canceled, and then they re-lit up. I wondered what glitch just happened. Hopefully everything's all right, but knowing this ride, it sees me coming and is gonna start malfunctioning. So yeah, if you see me at the park, you might as well leave, because everything's gonna start closing. By the way, you're watching my summer of content. If you're new, every Friday at noon, I will have a new video or a short, mostly videos, uploading. So yeah, if you're new, subscribe. I've been an enthusiast for 15 years. I've lived in Ohio, so I have lots of vlogs from Kings Island and Cedar Point, but I've also been lucky to travel the world, whether for vacations when I was younger or now for my job for work. So I probably got a video at your home park. And of course, Siren's Curse is now open. I don't know if I'm gonna ride that today, but I at least wanna go over there and check out that plot of land. But yeah, of course, this is the main focus. Can we get back on here? We'll see how long the line is, and it's good to see it back in action with the sun shining. All right, let's try this again. Oh, it's so good to hear the sound effects back on the ride and just hear it in action, because obviously when they test it, like the old dragster, they turn off the sound effects, but it's hearing the vibes, the screams from this ride and all the theming. It's great to be back in this spot of land, and yeah, hopefully it stays open. Sorry, that was last minute. Oh, this is just so great to see. Sending trains efficiently like it was when it was open last time I was here. 3 train ops, there's no trains on the storage. You're gonna hear the sonic boom here in a second. Maybe. I don't know what happened. This train should have been gone. Like I said, knowing my luck, this thing's gonna start acting up as soon as I get close. There it is. And yeah, great to see this back open. I was actually able to pick up my once daily fast lane from that souvenir shop, so we'll see if I need it for Top Throw 2. I would have loved to get 2 rides on it, but we'll see. Well, this is interesting because I felt like the queue, like, it's not actually set up to be that long of a line, but this says it's 2 hours. Fast lane is 50 minutes, so I guess let's use our once daily fast lane. It is hot, but you know what that means. You've got to go into a locker, and hopefully I grab you, and I'm happier than the last time I was in this situation. I am absolutely amazed at how fast they can get trains out. I'm gonna go over there and film the amazing operations here in a second, but when this thing is open. I just waited only 15 minutes using my one daily fast lane when the line was 120 miles, which is actually insane when you think about it. Yeah, these operations are amazing. I'm gonna talk about the ride and I'm gonna go film the operations here in a second. So I'm still in awe of how short that line was and how efficient they are running. By the time it's going up the top hat after the first launch, they were already giving the all clears, but they have to actually wait until it starts its 3rd launch. That's when they'll hit dispatch. And yeah, I'm gonna go film that. The ops are amazing. So I'm actually gonna film this as it goes back because I heard there were rumors that Cedar Point doesn't want to run this at full speed, that Zamperla was intending to run it. So I definitely feel like it's not running as fast as it's run in other clips. And this thing is full warmed up and running all day, so take a look at this. See, definitely not hauling over. In fact, I feel like it's closer to how the original dragster went over the top. You can see they updated the queue boards to say fast lane's only 10 minutes. I would say the main queue is probably closer to like 75 still, but yeah, it's amazing how short that fast lane line was. I know there's also been some rumors about the LSMs overheating, so I wonder if that's why this whole pre-launch pause is here, because they could send this thing way quicker. I'm gonna film it. All right, so this train just started on its first launch. Let's walk over towards the station. They're already checking restraints. And this fence is gonna prevent me from zooming in too well. So you're just gonna have to trust me. Yeah, that's not gonna work, so you're just gonna have to trust me. So that's going up its spike. About to start the 3rd launch. They're ready in the station. They are ready. So that's starting its 3rd launch, and they're dispatching here momentarily. There it is. So that was actually a little bit later. So as you can see, the switch track just now went back, meaning that train just made it over, and they were already dispatching before it even came out. I mean, these operations are absolutely phenomenal. You cannot do a better job. They are ready to send the train out as the other one is going over the top hat. Actually, they were ready before that, but due to the ride cycle, they had to wait an extra second. So yeah, I'm really glad that the tone of this vlog is a lot better than my last one. Well, I did what I wanted to do. It's already been a successful visit, and that made up for it. But what I want to say still is 3 of the last 7 days, it didn't operate at all. So when it's running, it's amazing. And today's been a great day for it. So hopefully there's a lot more days like this in the future. So walking towards this area, last time I was in this area, the ride sign was not even out. And oh my goodness, with the sun there, such a beautiful day turning into night. And yeah, let's check out the area. I don't know if I'm gonna wait in the line to ride it today, but let's check it out. That kiosk actually is not working right now. I just did the test seat, so it's about the same fit as Top Thrill 2. So I might get a single-use fast lane. And is that? I think this is the fast lane line on the left, which is still insane. But I'm gonna take this one shot because you actually get a great angle here. I'm gonna use. I might buy a single-use fast lane and get on this. I mean, this ride is just so open right here. Even though I've seen it before, I feel like it doesn't face the direction I remember it facing. I know that probably makes no sense to you, but you get a great view of it here. And yeah, look at this final moment that we're gonna get a great shot of. Looks like it's coming right at you. Oh, it's so quiet. It's so quiet and sounds so smooth. So yeah, I gotta find somewhere where I can actually buy a single-use fast lane. And to be honest, with how short the Top Thrill 2 line is, I wouldn't mind buying one for that too. Oh, look at the operations. Already the second train going up a lift hill. That's what we like to see. So this has been a little bit of a mess. I've been sent to 4 different people and none of them can tell me where to buy the free fast lane. Well, or not the free, the single use. One told me the Cedar Point app, which is great, and there's no option right now to buy it on the Cedar Point app. The ride's not even listed. So I'm gonna go back to the gift shop where I was able to redeem my one free one and see if I can buy it there. Well, they told me I can't do it here, but I am going to get the shirt that I've been wanting to get. But before I walk out of this plaza, this thing is still going strong. So I'm gonna tell you what my plan is here in 1 second, as there's a train with only the front car full of riders. That's very interesting. So what I was told is that it's such a new ride that they just don't have any of the systems ready to buy a single use. So I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna drive all the way back tomorrow, and I'm gonna see if I can use my one free fast lane that I used on Top Thrill 2 today, but on Siren's Curse tomorrow. And yeah, if I was a jerk, I would say, wait a week, and I'll post the video in 1 week, and we'll do a part 2, but no, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. And yeah, probably gonna stop and get some food before I end today, and then we'll be back tomorrow. So I'm always in search of a place that serves as good a chicken tenders as Chicken Shack at Kings Island here at Cedar Point. I've had the Grand Pavilion like every time I've come here just because it's so nice and nicely presented, but let's check out the corral. It says they've got freshly breaded chicken tenders here too. Here's a look at what we got. So yeah, let's see what we got. I'll do regular. So these could possibly be the driest chicken tenders I've ever seen, but the other thing that, you know, puts everything below par with Chicken Shack is there's no toast, but there's no special sauce. So you've just got to use the generic Heinz sauces. So even though I'm walking away from the park, as I said, the video's not over. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and hopefully do Siren's Curse. And I hope everybody who's that last Cedar Point vlog, if that was your first exposure to me, I hope you see that I'm normally never that negative. In fact, in that video, I said I'm not buying that Top Thrill 2 t-shirt. I was so disappointed, but today we've got it. And I am proud of that ride, and I hope they can get it to keep running like that. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. As promised, we're back at Cedar Point, and it is another day. So let's go in. Let's try to get on Siren's Curse. It is such a beautiful day on the lake, not a cloud in the sky. And yeah, this place, the setting is just so beautiful. Let's get back in the park. And we are in. I'm gonna head right over here to the right to this Point Plaza building to redeem my one free fast lane. So I'm just gonna take a second to appreciate this beautiful skyline that is, for many people, especially enthusiasts, the #1 bucket list amusement park in the world. And I've just been so blessed to be coming here since I was young. And yeah, it is so beautiful. Let's get going this way. Let's see, Top Thrill 2. It's going over the top hat quicker than it was yesterday. So I wonder if throughout the day it goes slower and slower as it adjusts the launch speed to not fly over. That'll be interesting to check out. It's so good to just see and hear this. back open, especially because this is at the very center of the park. So this area being lively with special effects and train noises is just so good to see again. And it is once again on 3 train operations. That train going out of the station as soon as the other one finished coming down the massive top hat. So just so good to see. I'm just gonna go over and check the line. I don't want to waste my one free fast lane on this, but if the standby line is not too long, then maybe I'll grab another ride on this before Siren's Curse. And the cue board says 60 minutes, 10-minute fast lane line. All right, so I'm so tempted to use it, but I want to get Siren's Curse in. Well, I think I'm going to try my luck with the standby line, so I will put you in a locker and come back, hopefully after another ride. Well, I lied. The line looks closer to the 2-hour wait that it was yesterday, so let's go check out Siren's Curse. And coming over here, hasn't sent a train in a while. Hopefully it didn't break down, but I remember I have the Wildcat credit, which is where this ride currently stands, is where Wildcat used to be, right across from Iron Dragon, and I remember riding that as a kid. Well, it looks like I should have ridden Top Throw 2 because there's currently no signs of life here at Siren's Curse, and people are leaving the queue in droves, so maybe I'll wait around a little bit. Well, it looks like they're sending test trains, so we'll wait around a little bit. And there are people back on it, so let's go ahead and let's head for the line. Hopefully get a ride on Siren's Curse. All right, and we are in the fast lane queue. Not really sure how much time this is gonna save us, but it's cool to look at the themed supports. And yeah, it's very cool to see this area in person, because obviously Cedar Point did not have a lot of time to dedicate once this was announced to making this look nice, but it does look nice, and the fast lane queue comes all the way out here, so we'll see how much time we end up waiting. So it looks like there's switchbacks for the fast lane queue. All of this is just for the fast lane, so if you bought fast lane and still had to wait in all this, I'm not sure how much time you'd be saving. So we have not moved very far in the fast lane queue. Looks like right up here is where they scan your wristband, and then maybe this is a merge point and we go to the lockers right after here. It'll be very, very interesting. So I guess this is where we merge with the main queue, which is right there. Looks like they sort of let the area with the lockers fill up, and then they drain it, and then they let a bunch of people, so it feels like the line moves very fast at some points, and then other times it feels like you're not moving at all. Great view of that inversion from right here. All right, gotta put you guys in the locker. We'll be back after the ride. Wow, so that was Siren's Curse. I mean, wow. So they are aggressively assigning rows. So I got a row 3, but still, what's amazing is the tilt track, depending where you're sitting, it will affect how it feels when it tilts. In the front, it was almost like we started tilting under us, but then you felt the back kind of lift up, which is such a weird sensation. Some great airtime. What surprised me is there's positive G-forces in a lot of those turns. So there's some great whip. There's some great, I don't know, hang time, I guess, on that last inversion. I mean, that ride was fantastic. And you are out of your seat as soon as it releases going down that whole drop. What a ride. Let's look at some of the merch. That's cool. This is a cool one. I don't really like the neon stuff, but that's not too bad. I like this one. Look at this. I think I'm gonna get this one. So in the time I've been here, Siren's Curse went down, but Top Thrill 2 is still going strong. It has not gone down. That is actually amazing. And yeah, gonna walk over and get some shots of this. I am not a huge fan of the locker system, because of course the fast lane and the main queue sort of come to a point that is the lockers, and that's pretty much what moves the entire line, is how quickly that locker space fills up. And yeah, they switch between the fast lane and the main queue with who gets to go in and put their stuff in a locker, which is very, very interesting. I mean, I don't like this or Top Thrill 2's way of doing things. I'm not sure which one I prefer, but hey, I waited about 30 minutes, row 3. It's a shame they're so aggressively giving out rows, but at least we conquered it, and I feel like this thing would be good in any row. So yeah, originally came just to do Top Thrill 2, and cost me an extra day, but now we've done the 2 newest coasters at Cedar Point. Let's go get some more shots of Siren's Curse. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm Will. Nice to meet you, sir. So while I was filming that, this guy just handed me my on-ride picture with him on it next to me. That is awesome. Wow, thank you to him, because that's a very cool keepsake. So I know I'm going to sound like the biggest Cedar Point fanboy right now, but there are a lot of people saying this is not a good fit for Cedar Point. This is Cedar Point. I mean, of course, it makes sense that they would get a world's first. I've been coming here for years, but I mean, it's definitely a standout and amazing ride. Would it be the best ride at any other park? Yes, but hey, I'm still glad to have it here. Wow, it is such a hot one today. So Siren's Curse is great, but I think I want to end on Top Throw too. So I'm going to walk over here and check out that queue. So the queue board says 50 minutes. Why not? Let's do it. So of course this thing saw I was in line and decided to break down. So we'll wait it out a little long. Well, it looks like we got riders, so that was a very quick breakdown. I guess I'll head back in line, but I'm gonna take a drink. So I decided to buy a once daily fast lane, and the reason I'm walking back over to this kiosk is because this thing, I bought one, but it printed 2. You can see one says all fast lane rides and one says Top Throw 2. So I bought one. This kiosk printed me 2, and I just had 2 front row rides. Absolutely insane. I'm going to talk about it in 1 second. Well, I think I'm going to sit here so I can give you my full thoughts on this exceptional ride. So you guys are probably sick of me saying the original dragster is the reason I started this channel, the reason I'm an enthusiast, and the reason I have an engineering degree. Well, the original dragster was my #1 for many, many years. And yeah, it's since been surpassed by the Voyage and a couple other rides, Railblazer, as you saw in last week's CGA vlog. But I am happy to report that on a little peninsula, on a lake called Erie, my #1 is back in Ohio, the great state of Ohio. I mean, that thing is absolutely exceptional. I'm happy to say that the Top Throw Dragster cheek effect, that was coined the term from the fact that when you sit in the front, it blows your mouth open, is back on this ride. In fact, I got a little bit of it even on the first weaker launch. I mean, I really noticed that launch felt a little bit better in my rides against the last 2 days. And I mean, that third launch is insane, absolutely insane. The backwards launch is insane. As I've ridden more, I've noticed a little bit more of the airtime, and it is going over the top quicker today than it was yesterday. So I got some great airtime in the front. I will probably try the back row at some point, but I know I will love the front because that sensation of speed is insane. And you still get exceptional airtime. That thing is phenomenal. It is definitely not smooth. In fact, I could see, you know, an older generation, or I could see how people would come off that ride and say that was way too rough for me. But as an enthusiast, I didn't find it too crazy. It's definitely something I feel like they should work on. It's more of a vibration throughout the entire ride. But that is my #1. Wow. One of the other rides that is having a bad year is Magnum, especially because the camera faces Dragster. You can see Magnum as well, and this thing looks like it's been down all day. Nobody in the queue. So a lot of rides having bad years. Who knows if it's the maintenance or these rides are getting a little old. Here's a good look at it. Just so good to see it running. Good to see it. I mean, it did break down today, but really what that allowed me to do is leave the queue and buy those fast lanes that I wasn't originally going to do, and give me 2 free front row ride, or 1 cost me, but the extra front row ride. What an exceptional ride. Also, that last ride was this train here, the silver train. So I finally got the silver train and did it in front, and I have done it in front on all 3 of the trains. So Coney Barbecue is my second favorite place to eat at Kings Island outside of Chicken Shack. And it's been a while since I've been to the barbecue location here known as Backbeat Q, so let's grab our to-go plate from here. I think we could really benefit by having both lines open today, but okay. Can I do the pork Fernand's, please? here's what we got. I really thought they had pulled pork, but I guess not. But hey, I've never had pork front end, so there's a first thing for everything. And yeah, I feel like this could have been presented a little bit better. Just sort of threw it on top, but still looks good. All right, now as I'm standing, as it goes behind me at the base of my number one of the thoughts I've been having is I normally have a plan to attack the parks I've gone to a lot, especially Cedar Point and Kings Island. If you see my Kings Island vlogs, I do the same route every time. And in Cedar Point, I normally start at the back and then come back towards the front, because the GP will do the opposite. They'll start in the front and go towards the back. So while you're in the front, you know, Gatekeeper and Raptor will be walk on, if it's a good day, on the latter half of the day. As that goes by me. Now that Sirens Curse and Top Throw 2 are back open, I have no plan as to how to attack this park and which rides to go first. So if you found a route that works where you wait in the least amount of times, be sure to comment that down, because I don't know how to attack this park. There's so many standout rides. I don't know which ones to go to first and what order to go. So with Top Thrill 2 and Sirens Curse there in the background, both technically opening this year, has there ever in the history of amusement parks been a park to open 2 rides that are this good in the same year? I mean, maybe comment down below if you've got an idea, but I don't think there's ever in the history of amusement parks had 2 rides open, one that's the tallest in the world and the first ever tilt coaster in America. Also, what I've noticed from being in the station more is that they wait until that train comes down a spike and whizzes past the station. Once that happens, they are clear to give their all clear and of course dispatch the train, but most of the time they were ready before that even happened. Now starting the long walk with food back towards the entrance. I mean, if I had to rank Siren's Curse, I'd probably put it at number 4, which is insane because it's insane that we have 3 coasters better than that here. It's definitely a great ride, but I would put Top Thrill 2, Steel Vengeance, and Maverick all in front of it. This video is way longer than I thought it was going to be, so if you made it till the end, or it's not the end yet, but I appreciate you for watching this far, because I did not expect this to be a 2-day affair. I thought I would just come, get on Siren's Curse and Top Thrill 2, and call it that, but I'm kind of glad it happened the way that it happened. So looking at the evidence, which is the last 2 days compared to my last time at the park, I would say that they've got Top Thrill 2 at least a little bit better under control. I mean, it's opening at like 9:30, so sometime during early entry, and you saw it only broke down once, and even Siren's Curse broke down today, so definitely better than it was in that video. Well, with that, I am heading out of the park, and I'm actually very satisfied with the rides I've gotten on Top Thrill 2 this season. And now Siren's Curse, I don't feel like I need to rush back to the park. Of course, I've still got videos from numerous parks across the country every Friday at noon. Again, I'll have either a video or a short uploading. And yeah, I wanted to try some streams on Sunday as well, but with that, my name is Will. You guys can call me Tate. I read every comment I get. I will see you guys in the next video.
Can you catch me now?